Hello, this is Dymock-Johnson, RPGaDay 2017, question 7, most impactful session. Well, this was a tricky one, because I've had a lot of impactful sessions. Ones where emotions run high, people get excited, people get sad, people get angry, people get argumentative. But, the world ends. And sometimes it just ends in a truly horrible way, and everyone is a bit down. So we have to play a light and fluffy game the next time we meet. Or sometimes it's very tense. There are intense political situations you've got to negotiate. You've got to deal. You've got to individual your way. You've got to get your way done. They can be pretty impactful and intense. And everyone goes out there and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to get you. Oh, you trying to fox me." That happened to a lot of vampire games back in the 90s. I've had people get very excited over games. Many different ways. People laugh, people cry. But, these things happen in games. Recently, one of the more impactful games was in my Let's Learn How to Play D&D sessions at the local friendly gaming store. When the entire party worked out that they were actually all dead already. Because they'd been adventuring this strange land where I had told them you had dreamed you were falling, and then BANG! You wake up. And the party sort of asked me, so, okay, we've got our characters, they're all this level, and they've got all their cool abilities. And one of them said, well, what's our equipment list? And I said, well, here it is. And they looked it over, and one of them read it twice, which I think was 2 times too many to actually read over it, because it said smock. They started with smock, and they're in this bleak, desolate granite valley of a few survivors wandering here and there. They sort of wandered around, they talked to the various things they met. Like the man with the talking skull. The talking skull was more useful than the man who was carrying them. And then they found the River Leith. And someone said, well, wait a second. If this is the River Leith, then we're all dead. And so we then segued into a brief description of how they had all died, how they had met their ends. And that was rather grim and shocking eye-opener to what role-playing can be like. It isn't always happy chase monster loot treasure. Even in D&D, you can get some grim stuff going on. You can find out that your character is already dead, and they have got to the afterlife, and due to whatever happened, they were in the wrong afterlife, for they were in hell, trapped at the very lowest layer, and the only way of escape was to climb out and fight their way out and consume their enemies and become greater demons themselves. Of course, they sort of worked out in later sessions that by becoming part of the system to escape, they weren't going to escape. But it was that session when they all learned that they were dead, and that you can have a grim and terrible game. Everything can be dark, but at the end of it there was that brief bit of hope, that teeny tiny insy wincy bit of hope, because you could climb out, possibly. And I told them about the various legends about how people had gone into the deepest, darkest abyssal plains of hell to rescue a loved one, and they made it out. So if they did it out, why can't they? So, that was a fairly impactful session, where they learned it was not all sunshine, rainbows, looting and pillaging. You can have some serious dark questy stuff, even in D&D. Thank you.